Well, it doesn't get any better than that in an opener. First and foremost, everybody came out healthy, except for maybe Sharif Miller. But
right.
Your Heisman Trophy candidate has an enormous day. You move the ball at will, even when you don't give him the ball, and you score 52 points and you pitch a shutout. That's about as good of a day as you can get.
Yeah, very dominant. I mean, especially you look at some of the other Big Ten teams that got off to real slow starts. Point of emphasis for Penn State all through the offseason, because last year they only averaged 4.8 points per game in the first quarter. We're shut out 5 times in the first quarter.
Look at you, the metrics.
Well, hey, you know,
I
needed something to write.
All right,
so
all right.
I actually did a little research. But no, it was something that their offense, I was impressed defensively, though. That, to me, there were some more questions on the defensive side of the ball. They played a lot of people and looked good. I mean, obviously can't make a lot of big judgments on Akron or based on just one game, but impressive start for sure.
When they march right down the field on their first series and don't even give Saquon Barkley the ball, and they move the ball at will, this game was over at that point. What did that tell you about the offense? And what we can, I mean, look, Barkley's awesome, but they've got so many other good players on this offense.
Yeah, it's almost like you're toying with the opponent.
Yeah.
And they're using Barkley at times, and they will, as a decoy. I mean, they had a great play-action play for a touchdown to make it 21-0 when everybody thought he was going to get the ball after he looked like he may have scored. He stepped out at the 7. Hey, that's true. And they did a tremendous job recruiting. I mean, you didn't really see much at all from Blacknall, who was a big play guy in the Big Ten championship game. Hopkins, their special teams were a lot better today, too.
How about Tompkins with the punt return for a touchdown? He had another really good return as well. John Reed was a good punt returner last year. I kind of wondered what was going to happen at that spot. But DeAndre Tompkins, it just goes to show the depth and the talent they've got in this program compared to 2 to 3 years ago when, you know, they were dealing with the scholarship issues. Now they have so many good players. Tompkins on special teams, that's a game-changing kind of player.
Right. Now, he had 3 or 4 fumbles 2 years ago on special teams. So, you know, they had to play some of these guys early in their careers, and maybe they weren't quite ready for it. But, you know, now here's a kid that's an upperclassman that's had those experiences. Their special teams were a definite strength today. Their kicking looks like it's going to be another, strong point of the team. And, you know, I just thought it was pretty impressive.
My favorite play was McSorley throwing the ball in the flat to Tommy Stevens. I want to see a formation of McSorley at quarterback, Stevens spread out, Miles Sanders in the backfield, and Saquon Barkley spread. No, but the bottom line is they have so many things they can do against you. And Barkley was sensational today with the highlight reel runs.
Yeah, and we didn't even mention Gesicki. I mean, might be the best tight end in the country, really, the way they can put it up for him. He had about 80 yards at a touchdown. And here's Joe Moorhead at the controls. So a lot of ways that they can really befuddle and beat an opponent.
All right, Pitt week. Pitt struggled against Youngstown State. They won 28-21 in the last minute. Will next week's game be close?
Well, didn't they struggle against Villanova last year in their opener? So clearly Pitt has had its eye. I'm sure they had at best a half-full stadium over there today. It's always been a big game to Pitt. I don't think Pitt is as good as maybe they were last year. They beat Penn State, beat Clemson. Penn State, Franklin has done a good job getting people to focus one game at a time. This game is an indication of that. I think it will be, I think Pitt will play better than they did this week.
You never answered the question. Will it be close?
I didn't want to make my pick yet.
No, the answer it will not be close.
I can count on you to make your
pick.
pick.
Penn State's going to pound them. All right, for Neil Rudel.
Well, they'll probably be a 3-touchdown favorite.
I'm guessing 16-17. Does that sound
I
right?
would think. I mean, Penn State the last year now is 12-3 against the spread.
Yeah,
just since
that's right.
the beginning of
which means Vegas
year.
is getting killed, so they're going to have to raise those numbers.
I think you're going to see Penn State's lines being high, and we didn't really touch on it real quick. We will, because Franklin, he left his starters in pretty long today. You're throwing the ball around with a 42-0 lead. We haven't seen that here that often. But I think Barkley's still going to touch the ball about 20 times.
Yep. All right. For Neil Rudel, I'm Corey Geiger. We'll talk to you again Tuesday.